Hi, hello. So I'll welcome you all to Sandesh Academy classes. So in this series, as you all know, for UPSC, solving MCQs, especially from prelims point of view, is very important. So this series will be solving current affairs MCQs in the upcoming days. In this class, we'll be solving 5 MCQs, all related to international relations, as in the last few months international relations has picked up. As they say in foreign affairs, nothing happens for decades, and in just a matter of few days a lot of things happen, which is equivalent to the work done in decades. So my name is Sandeep Deshpande. Without any delay, let's start the class. So the question is, which of the below about Israel's attack on Iran is correct? So what we have to identify is about Israel's attack on Iran. Firstly, the operation was called as Operation Rising Lion. See, this can be an independent question as well. Which of the following is the operation about Israel's attack on Iran? Okay, so the first operation is Operation Rising Lion. Yes, it is correct. So one only can be, option B and D can be removed. So we have now come 50% closer to the final answer. Then the operation was initiated in response to the UN's report on Iran's violation of non-nuclear non-proliferation norms. Remember one thing, Iran has definitely violated the non-proliferation. What does it mean? That whatever nuclear ammunition you have declared while entering into the treaty, or while at some point of time, you cannot further increase it. Further proliferation should not be happening, which is correct, but it is not on UN's report, it is on IAEA's report. Okay, so statement 2 is wrong, and hence option A is the right answer. Okay, so let us look at bit about operations Rising Lion, Israel's military strike on Iran, which is very crucial from the geopolitics point of view. How do we know that? Israel has launched a large-scale military airstrike campaign targeting Iran's nuclear and military infrastructure, which is vital. Then it is because of the IAEA's report, and it has impacted some major nuclear facilities. Its enrichment plant, see, uranium is supplied for developmental purposes, that is, nuclear energy as a energy source, but it can be diverted for non-developmental purposes. That is what is being guessed happened at Fardo. Okay, Tabriz military bases and so on. Aim, what was the aim? Aim was to cripple military command structures and destroy ballistic storage units. This is a major development in West Asia. It is said that even angels cannot escape the demons of West Asia. Okay, so that is what is happening at the moment. Right, let's go to the next question. Okay, so the next question is, match the following India's evacuation operation with the following. So list A is the operation and list 2 is in the context of the country involved. Now we have Operation Rahat, and it is linked to Operation Ukraine. No, definitely not, because Operation Rahat is linked to Yemen conflict, remember. Okay, Operation Sindhu, this is in the context of the recent current affairs. Yes, the Indian nationals who are stuck in the conflict between Israel and Iran, they are evacuated through the in this operation through Operation Sindhu. And Operation Kaveri, Sudan conflict, yes, it is right. So only 2 of the above are mapped correctly. Now let us look at a bit about Operation Sindhu. So over 4,400 Indians are evacuated from Iran and Israel, says Ministry of External Affairs, and the ministry has facilitated the safe evacuation of Indian students and citizens from Tehran via Armenia amidst the rising Israel-Iran tensions. Okay, so Armenia, which is located in southern Caucasus region, borders Georgia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Turkey, and borders the enclave. These are all not so important, but Operation Sindhu is important. So the next question is, which of the below about Iran's Operation True Promise are incorrect? So we have to know which is the incorrect part. Remember, it was launched by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Yes, under the supreme leadership of Iran, this attack has been launched. It used Kharamshar 3 missile and ICBM with a maximum range of 5,500 kilometers. Remember, aspirants, this is very important. An intercontinental ballistic missile has a range of around 5,500 or above, but Operation True Promise 3 did not definitely use the Operation True Promise 3 did not definitely use firstly Kharamshar not 3 rather 4, and it is not an intercontinental ballistic missile, has a maximum range of 2000 km only. So statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is not correct. But what we have to do, we have to identify which of the following are incorrect, and hence statement 2 only is the right answer. How do we know? So for example, this is Operation True Promise Kharamshar 4 missile, and it is Iran's latest retaliatory campaign targeting Israeli cities and infrastructure. It is launched by the Iran's Islamic Corps. So the main idea is that once Israel attacked Iran, it is not easy as it has attacked other nations in the region. So Iran hit back, but this was specifically when it targeted or did a preemptive strikes on some of the generals and damaged its nuclear enrichment sites. Now coming back to what is the impact. So there are key Israeli cities that are hit, and power stations, refineries, scientific institutions that were damaged in Israel because of the True Promise 3. Now Khorramshahr 4 missile which is there is a maximum of 2000 kilometers, and hence it is not an intercontinental ballistic missile, and has a warhead of 1500 kg with a length of 13 meters only. Right, so let's move to the next question. Now the question is, what is the operation of the US military airstrike on Iran nuclear site called as? So once Israel launched an attack, there was a counter attack from Iran, but then there was USA, the big brother, who has launched a counter attack or an attack, considering that Iran has some sites where it has stored some of the enrichment diverted from developmental purposes. What is it called? Black Talon, Iron Eclipse, Midnight Hammer, and Havoc Edge. Option C, Midnight Hammer, is the right answer, because Midnight Hammer was a US military. It was launched from the Department of Defense and it aimed to degrade Iran's nuclear weapons. It was a B-2 Spirit stealth bombers. These factors are not so important. Okay, so it aimed to degrade Iran's nuclear weapons infrastructure, etc. And US involved in favor of Israel, but nobody got involved in favor of Iran. Right. Right. The next question is, which of the following is correct about Samson option? Remember, it's a lot in news because of the recent conflict. So it is USA's nuclear doctrine mentioned in its defense doctrine. Okay, so you might know that there is a defense strategy, there is a strategic doctrine that every country has. It could be an marine strategy, etc. So the option is saying it is USA's nuclear doctrine, although many people know that the US administration is called as Uncle Sam, but the Samson option is not USA's but Israel's doctrine. Okay, so option statement 1 is wrong. Then it signals catastrophic nuclear retaliation if annihilation attempts occurs. Yes, statement 2 is correct. So the option could be 1, 2, both 1 and 2 and none of the above. Only 2 is right answer. Let us look at Samson option. So Israel's nuclear doctrine, it is the policy of Ukraine, wherein it says that if there is any attempt or any aimed attempt at national survival in case of existential threat, that would be that it signals if annihilation attempts occur on Israel, then there will be catastrophic retaliation, and that is Samson option. Right, with this we come to the end of this new current affairs class. With I will again meet in the next class. Thank you.